Okay, so you've got a first taste of what it's going to look like. What I've done is I've found that I can put a screw all the way into the wood here and it misses any other existing holes. I've also given it a little pilot hole to start in. Probably I will deepen that sometime later. Screws of this kind, I would prefer to use a countersunk screw, one rather like this, because when they go into the rubber there is a plastic piece inside the Hogue recoil pad here, and so I would like that to go into that like this instead of trying to push this round head screw all the way back into there. It's just with a countersunk head it's going to be that much better. But you get already a feel for how it's going to look. I'm going to have to grind this down so that but first of all I have to mark it all the way around. I think it's going to be around a millimetre all the way around. I'm going to cover this to protect it first, the stock, and then I'm going to scribe a mark all the way around where the wood meets the plastic, and then with the right angle, using my super duper homemade tool here, I'm going to grind that using the band, not bandsaw, what is it? It's a belt sander. Using the belt sander I'm going to set this to the right angle using a first of all a tool which measures the angle here, and then I'm going to set that there, and then that angle, once I'm grinding this, that angle will be translated to a surface around here, and I'm going to stop grinding around here at the midpoint, turn it over and set the angle for this point, and then grind that part off and stop around here. So that way you get something which is ground all the way round to the right angles here and here, and blend the both grindings blend into each other at the side point, so you don't notice anything. That's how it's done. And I've already done that for the custom K31 which I built with the bipod and telescopic sights and Picatinny rail and so on, the one that I think you've seen before. Okay, so that's the plan. We're on the way, and I'll keep you updated. Okay, so the next point is to, or the next part is to scribe round this base here, which, as you can see, the point is touching all the way, and then let's have that a bit deeper in there. So to scribe round it, and then we'll know how far to grind off. That's one point, and then the next point will be to use a tool like this, which I am preparing for you. So use a tool like this, so that then I can set the angle that I'll need here, and transfer that angle to the tool, and then we'll be able to grind it to the right angle. Okay, so see you later. Okay, so what we've got here is, as you can see, I've had to fill this hole with a dowel, and so unfortunately I didn't have any finished ready little dowels I could use, so I took some rod that I had, some wooden beech rod, and sanded it down, because it was about, using the vernier gauge I could see that it's the vernier gauge, so seeing that I could see that it was about 1.05 millimeters in diameter, and it needed to be about no, not millimeters, 1.05 centimeters, 10.5 centimeters, and it needed to be about 9.5 for this hole. So I sanded it down and I've knocked it in where it seems to be quite firm, and used one of my old favourite chisels to get its face down to the same level as the rest of the stock here. So now we're about ready to try on the filler plate, which is this thing here, and I'm going to put some screws onto it, and just to see it, to be able to mark around it, and then at a later stage I'll put this together with the Hogue recoil pad and grind them to the right angle. But that's the stage we're at now. I'm at the stage where I can put a screw in through this and hold them on, just to mark it to shape. So there we go. I've taken 2 little screws. I'll just move the camera so you can see that. There we go, 2 little screws, 1, 2, and put the this plate on the back, on the end of the stock, and as you can see there is some overlap here. Run my finger around the edge, but all in all it is not less than the, or doesn't, this wooden part doesn't overshadow the plastic part, and so that doesn't matter, because we're going to anyway grind it to shape. So that's good, and so the next step is to measure the angles, and I'm going to be doing that next. Okay, so this is how I've done this. That's going to be the angle for the toe of the stock, and this here is going to be the angle for the heel. What am I saying? The top, anyway, for the top of the stock. And so those are the angles I'm going to transfer to the tool. So the sharper angle is for the toe, and the more blunt angle is for the top. So you'll be able to see that I've clamped the pieces in the tool here, which I've created. The tool I created about 1.5 years ago, when I was doing the other project, the other custom rifle. And as you can probably see here, it is sloped at an angle, and the way that angle relates to what I measured on the stock is, this is the angle of the heel of the stock, or the bottom part of the stock, and you can see that, well, probably you can't see very well, but it is the case that this flat piece, which I'm using as the reference surface here, is at the same angle as this variable angle thing, which I used to measure it. So what I'm going to do now is start this. Well, first of all I'm going to tighten these screws, and then I'm going to start this, which as you can see makes a lot of noise and it will make even more mess, because I have an awful lot of plastic and rubber to remove using this thing. And then at the end of the time this here will be flush. That's the name of the game. And then I will turn it round and tilt it the other way, tilt it that way, and make sure that the reference surface is at an angle like this. So that's the strategy. And I won't film me doing it because it makes a lot of noise, and I think you can imagine what happens. But first of all I will tighten those screws and get on with it. So see you later. Well, I've been grinding for a long time now, and I think you can see that now the edges are beginning to be flush. Okay, I got a bit of a ducktail here, but I don't know quite how I'm going to get rid of that. But as you can see, if I put it that like this, you can see that this is now following the line, except for the ducktail, is following the line of the bottom of the stock. And that's exactly the effect we wanted. I didn't do the top part yet, except to get rid of some of this stuff on the side. Here I didn't even get them flush yet, but at this point I'm getting or I'm beginning to take off this edge here, because at the end of the day this edge here should disappear, and this should be flush with that. So this should be flush with that. It isn't yet, and it's going to take some more grinding. The grinding is is grinding me down as well, because it's very noisy, very smelly because of the hot rubber, and like that. So it's taking some time, but we're going to get there. And as soon as I can show you some more progress, I will. So I'm going to call it a day and come back tomorrow. See you later. So here we are again, and I've been on the sander, as you can see, and the recoil pad is now quite nicely shaped to the shape of the stock. Here at the lower part it also follows the angle of the stock very nicely, and at the top. And what we can't see exactly is the profile, but I'm pretty sure that the profile will be also quite good. What I'm going to do now is take a light file or sandpaper and just smooth over the worst or the heart of these sanding marks here, just so that it looks like it's really something that should be there and not there by accident. So that's the next step. And actually I've noticed that I've got a little lip here. Probably I'll take that off as well. That's about a millimeter. So I'll just continue this line here to there, and that means I have to set this back to the angle, the acute angle, and that's this one that I've had here. So I'll just go and do that and come back. So there we are. That's this edge taken away, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good now. I still have to do that with the sandpaper to smooth this all off, and then apply some kind of substance which will make it go darker black and not stay this kind of sanded grey colour. But there we go, that's the main part done, and we can offer it up. I'll do this, of course, mount it later, but as you can see, it really does now fit if you compare to the earlier pictures. I'll try and splice them in. It really does look like it belongs here now. Okay, so see you later. So there we are. That's this edge taken away, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good now. I still have to do that with the sandpaper to smooth this all off, and then apply some kind of substance which will make it go darker black and not stay this kind of sanded grey colour. But there we go, that's the main part done, and we can offer it up. I'll do this, of course, mount it later, but as you can see, it really does now fit if you compare to the earlier pictures. I'll try and splice them in. It really does look like it belongs here now. Okay, so see you later. So there we go. I just finished putting the last screw tension into these. Yeah, seems to be it. And it's not quite as perfect as I had hoped for. I've got about 1/2 millimetre there and 1/2 millimetre here. But I think for the moment it's probably going to be good enough. Just giving it a bit of a rub down with my favourite product, Brunox here. Brunox is a Swiss product which is intended for cleaning and maintaining weapons, rather similar to Ballistol in purpose but not in consistency, and above all it smells 100% better, which of course if you're stuck in a workshop, I'll just turn the extractor fan off. There, you can hear me better. If you're stuck in a workshop and you're doing things with pretty unpleasant materials like abrasives with rubber, and even aluminium can smell pretty funny when you use abrasives on it. So there you go. So that was placing a spacer pad and recoil pad on a Swiss K31, and I just have to pick it up and see how it lies against the shoulder now. But there we are. The jig has done its job. This is this thing which I made some a year and a half ago, I guess, in order to be able to do exactly this job. So I think it's come up quite well, and I'll be interested to see what the guys at the gun club say when I come with this, and not with a steel plate. The steel plate, incidentally, I've put away now for storage for the moment when I might want to sell that rifle. And I've restored the screws. I didn't show you that. Let's get one out. I don't know if you can see this, but they're now very nicely blued. I reblued them, but first what I did was to let's zoom in on that. Yeah, it's too close. Let's try that. Yes. So I reblued them, having then first of all put them in the a drill bit. Not drill bit, in the chuck of the drill, and applied some sandpaper, just to give them a nice concentric polish, and then reblued them, and they've come up very, very nicely. So this is the original screws for the butt plate from 1941. Okay, thanks for watching. I think this has been a good little project. I can understand that collectors don't want to do this, but since when I use this for shooting in competitions as we have over here in Switzerland, and this is now a permitted modification to the rifle, I think this is something that I definitely needed to do to stop that extremely painful bruising. I mean, there are guys who wear leather jackets. I used to wear a motorcycle jacket to stop the bruising. I mean, if this is all you have against your shoulder, then you can imagine this is going to be pretty unpleasant. And so the cartridge itself, the Swiss 7.5 by 55, has a decent kick to it, and through a steel butt plate, then that can be quite unpleasant. I mentioned that guys have wear leather jackets. Some of them wear those special shooting jackets, which you really need to see to know what I'm talking about. They have straps all over them to improve stiffness in the arms, so that your heartbeat doesn't shake the rifle. I had a motorcycle jacket, and what other guys do is they take a pair of gloves, not like these, but similar, a pair of leather gloves, roll them up, stick them on the jacket behind the butt plate, and so that's a rather inconvenient way of avoiding bruising. So there we go. Okay, I think I hope that you enjoyed this interesting little project. I've certainly enjoyed doing it. If you liked what you saw, then please press the like button. If you like to see more of my ramblings and oddball projects, then please press the subscribe button, and hope to see you soon again. Thanks very much. Bye.